Hello, and welcome to Hollywood Headlines. I'm your host, Kai Wagner, and on tonight's episode, we are going to be talking about the latest news in Hollywood, starting with Tyler, the Creator, returning to music. Hollywood Headlines starts right now. Before we get into the show, I would like to take a moment to thank Emma Hazard for being today's guest. Tyler, the Creator, is set to release a brand new album on October 28th named Chromacopia. This will be Tyler, the Creator's 8th studio album release. After the release of his new album, Tyler is set to go on the Chromacopia tour, which begins in St. Paul, Minnesota on February 4th and ends in Perth, Australia on September 4th of 2025. The tour will make 64 stops all across the globe, including North America, Europe, and Australia. Lil Yachty and Paris, Texas will be the openers for various tour dates across the globe. Emma, what are your thoughts on Tyler, the Creator, returning to music?
I will admit, the most I know of Tyler, the Creator's music is probably just his most popular stuff. Rap, is he considered a rapper? I would consider him a rapper. Rap is not really a genre that I touch on much, like outside of when my brother is in charge of the aux cord.
I was going to say, I'm old school rap, like 90s.
Yeah. Like every song I've heard of Tyler, the Creator's, though, I really like. And I know a big thing for a lot of fans who are excited for this album is the fact that it's rumored or they have heard Frank Ocean like on the newest single that was gonna come out. And as someone who has a lot of friends who love Frank Ocean, like I think that that's a really big deal because if you don't know, like Frank Ocean, when he disappears, like he is gone. Like you cannot find him anywhere. And so I think from what I know of each of their music styles, like that to me seems like a really interesting collab if it ends up like being true. But overall, I think this album is probably gonna be good because I mean, look at his track record.
Yeah, this is true.
I think like no matter what, like whatever we see, it's gonna be good.
How do you think Tyler announcing a tour before his album is gonna work out? Is it gonna affect his music?
I honestly don't think so. Again, I think every release he has is huge, and I think he has been popular enough, like even outside of like streaming his music. I think like he has a pretty good like online presence too. And so honestly, I think it's low-key a huge flex, the fact that he's like, I know my album's gonna be good, so you're getting the tour first.
Oh yeah. Pop superstar Lady Gaga will be releasing a brand new single on October 25th. Earlier this month, through cryptic social media posts, the singer-songwriter, whose real name is Stephanie Germanotta, announced the title as the debut of her long-anticipated new era. The song will serve as the lead single for Gaga's 7th solo studio album. The album will follow up her album Chromatica from 2020, her acclaimed song Die With a Smile with Bruno Mars, and her appearance in Joker Folie d'Or, which spawned the soundtrack album Harley Quinn. Not much else is known about the song or album, but more information will be revealed soon. Emma, are you excited for the new song from Gaga?
Yeah, I doubt that Lady Gaga has ever released a song that has missed. I think
No, that's real.
Lady Gaga, and she's been in the music game for like a long time. And so I think like anything that she does, like no matter if like it can be like commercial, like if it's really like a radio hit, like her fans are dedicated. And so I think they're really gonna rally behind her. And she's gonna get like mountains of support either way. But again, like name a flop that Lady Gaga has released. Like you literally can't do it. So I think it's gonna be good either way. So I'm excited and I will probably listen to it.
Well, the album is described by Gaga as a return to her pop roots. How do you feel about this direction?
So excited. Okay,
Me
so
too.
a bunch of like early 2000s pop artists I've especially noticed with like women
Mhm.
are going back to like their earlier sounds. Like we experienced this, I think it was over the summer with Kesha releasing Joyride because
Oh.
people like raved over that song, which hot take was not my favorite after the first couple of listens. Like, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. But again, like, she took her original sound and kind of made it her own. And so I wonder if Lady Gaga is gonna go back and do the same thing. Like, she's returning to her pop sound, but like, obviously, she's gonna take what she knows now and just like add her own personal touch to it.
Yeah, that'll definitely be interesting to see. When we come back from the break, we will be talking about Jenna Fischer's treatment for breast cancer. Hollywood Headlines will be right back. For those who may not know, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and fans of The Office were met with some extremely shocking news. On October 9th, award-winning actress Jenna Fischer revealed that she had been being treated for an aggressive form of breast cancer. She shared a brave and moving update that after various rounds of chemotherapy, she was officially cancer-free. In her announcement, she said, quote, "I'm happy to say I'm feeling great." She also brought awareness to the importance of women getting regularly checked for breast cancer. She shared, quote, "If I had waited 6 months longer, things could be very differently." End quote. Her bravery and vulnerability moved many. Emma, did this announcement shock you?
I'm gonna be honest, The Office is not something that I keep up with like really at all, but I think any celebrity of like any level of fame like coming out and saying that they are diagnosed with something aggressively
Mm-hmm.
is shocking like no matter what, especially since like cancer affects so many people like all the time. Like I personally like I've had an aunt who had breast cancer, I had a teacher at school who had breast cancer, like it is literally everywhere. And so I think hearing about it at all, like it's always going to be shocking no matter how much you hear about it. So to hear that she is doing okay, like that's great.
Yeah.
Like that's awesome.
I definitely relate with you with my grandma had breast
Mhm.
cancer and she had twice actually.
Mhm.
And it's just one of those things that it's devastating even if you don't know the celebrity. I do. I'm not like a crazy Office fan, but I've watched The Office and I was like, "Oh, that's Pam from The
Mhm.
Office." Yeah.
I was definitely the same way. Like I had to double check and make sure like I really knew who it was, and I was still like she's a really well-known
Mhm.
actress. And so seeing that it was her and being like, "Oh my gosh," like like it I think cancer definitely has a shock factor that like
It
never goes
does.
away. So just to hear that she's doing okay, like I'm really happy for her.
Yeah, me too. Club Chris is going on the road with a comedy show. Social media star Chris Olsen and Megan Trainor's Nepo sibling Ryan Trainor recently announced their debut tour together. The show will hit 12 cities in total, starting in Silver Spring, Maryland, and wrapping up in Anaheim, California. The tour is advertised as, quote, "Their 90-minute laugh out loud variety show is an explosion of entertainment, blending Chris's captivating musical theater performances with Ryan's infectious energy as he turns the crowd into karaoke stars. Expect the unexpected moments and plenty of laughs because this show promises to keep you on your toes from start to finish." End quote. The tour announcement was made originally on the Club Chris Instagram and TikTok before being posted on Chris Olsen's main accounts. Club Chris members were also given a password to enter the pre-sale early. The tour will run from March 6th to April 6th of 2025 and is sure to delight both old and new fans of the duo. Emma, are you a Club Chris member?
I am not. I know. I'm so sorry. I know that you are. Chris Olsen is admittedly one of those content creators that I know him by name, but I have to think really hard about what his face looks like, which is such a shame because I think I follow him on TikTok. But like I also fall into the trap of like seeing two videos that somebody makes and going, haha, you're funny, and following them and then like
I do that
never
too.
seeing them again. But no,
I
I'm so
love
sorry.
Chris Olsen. um, I am in both the Club Chris Instagram and TikTok, and it's honestly one of my favorite things on
Mhm.
social media. Just because everyone in there has like almost agreed that it's just a safe space,
Yeah.
so it's fun. Even though you're not a member, do you plan on seeing the tour?
I probably don't plan on seeing the tour, but like since he's generally known as being really funny. I would be interested to see like probably any like bits of it that end up online.
I'm sure some
Because
will.
yeah, I'm sure like inevitably like that's gonna happen. Because wasn't his like big like claim to fame TikTok?
Hmm.
So I'm pretty sure like we will get some clips of it online. And personally, I love when content creators go on tour. Like
Yes.
I think it's so silly. And so I'm really excited to see what the two of them do.
Yeah, me too. When we come back from the break, we will be playing a game about Tyler the Creator. Hollywood Headlines will be right back. Welcome back. Earlier, we discussed Tyler the Creator's long-awaited return to music. So we are going to be playing one of these songs is not like the others. Emma, in this game, you will have 10 seconds to determine which of the songs listed is not performed by Tyler the Creator. Your choices are We Still Friends? Godspeed? See You Again? New Magic Wand?
Isn't it Godspeed?
It was Godspeed. And that song is performed by Frank Ocean, actually, who you brought up. Well, that's all we have for tonight's episode. But make sure to come back next week for the latest news in Hollywood. A big thank you to Emma Hazard for coming on today's show. I'm Kaya Wagner. Have a great weekend, Millersville.